Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Peddling webinar. So we launched a new PCSS program this year and last year, and then we got a lot of sales specialists to take the exam. Many of them can pass easily if they study the material seriously and then before the exam. However, some of the questions seems that a little bit more difficult. And to help the coming candidate to go through this, that's why we organized this webinar. So today, we invited our certified PCSS trainer, Joey. Actually, Joey is from Untitled, so he has good experience for helping different partners to how to get through the exam. So now I will pass the time to Joey and explain some of the questions. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, so please feel free to leave the comments in the chat, or you can you can remember this and then we can ask it at the end of the webinar. So now I pass the time to you, Joey. Thank you.
Hi everyone, a huge thanks to the Peddling team for having us. Welcome everyone. I will discuss the new PCSS exam today. My name is Joey, Senior Technical Engineer with Frontier BV. Before we start, a few house rules. The webinar will be recorded and available on the forum on a later date, and we will answer all of your questions at the end of the webinar. So let's start with an overview of the PCSS exam. This is a new exam version of Peppling's Certified Sales Specialist exam. This course is focused on getting familiar with the Peppling products and advising the best possible solution within the budget and requirements made by your customer. The exam covers a wide range of topics, including Peppling's product portfolio, network design, and basic troubleshooting. The Peppling Certified Engineer exam is a certified program designed for individuals who have a strong technical background and experience in the deployment and management of network products and solutions. The PCE certification is a step up from the Peppling Certified Sales Specialist certification and is intended for engineers, consultants, and IT professionals who are responsible for designing, deploying, and maintaining Peppling networks. So you would like to start your PCSS course. First, you go to training.peppling.com, log in with your Peppling ID and select the PCSS course. Before starting the exam, please read the guidelines and supplementary. Here you can find all there is to know about the exam and some study guides or handy links for studying. The PCSS exam consists of 5 modules, and the questions are still multiple choice and practical scenarios. Multiple choice questions test your knowledge of concepts and features, while practical scenarios test your ability to apply that knowledge to real-world situations. How to tackle those questions? We're going to explain how to work the questions. Find the keywords in the questions. Make sure you write them down and make the question easier for you to understand. We have created a few examples to show you how you could tackle those questions with finding the keywords while doing the exam. Keywords consist mainly of products or product lines, markets like public safety, or what a customer is trying to achieve, what their goals are. So the first one, the keywords are product line and POE output. This gives you the requirements within these questions. The UBR is a product, not a product line, and according to the datasheet there is no POE available. SpeedFusion Connect is not hardware, therefore it will never be able to have PoE output enabled. Antennas are a product line but have no LAN port capabilities, and this leaves the SD switch as the remaining answer and the correct answer. Question 2. The keywords are in-control virtual appliance and public safety. Answer 1 is partially true because in-control virtual appliance could be hosted on privately hosted cloud servers. However, in-control is never an endpoint for your SpeedFusion VPN tunnel, therefore this answer is not correct. Answer 3, in-control virtual appliance doesn't allow you to have a private link for a pair of devices only. It allows you to cover way more devices than a pair of devices. So this makes answer 2 your correct answer. And coming back to the keywords public safety. With many projects within the public safety sector, privately hosted applications are required to comply with safety standards. Question 3. This is a long question, and again we are looking for the keywords. Of this question, the keywords are complete SD-WAN ecosystem and replace their existing MPLS. Because this is what the customer intended with this case study and allows you to answer the questions better. Answer 1. Peplink routers are not carrier dependent. Therefore, a peplink is independent from any carrier. Answer 2. The goal of this implementation is to replace and install a complete SD-WAN ecosystem, so no integrations into the existing network. Answer 3 is the only remaining and correct answer. You can find this in the case study too, and this is exactly what Peplink solutions can offer. Here are some tips for preparing for the PCSS exam. 1. Study the PCSS exam guide thoroughly. The study guide contains all the information you need to pass the exam. All study information can be found on the general PCSS 3.0 page. Take the PCSS practice exam. This will give you an idea of what to expect in the real exam and help you identify which modules you need to work on. And 4. Practice the Peplink Community Forum. This is a great resource for getting answers to your questions and learning from other Peplink users. Next up, most common questions and how to answer them. Question 1. The Max HD2 MBX has 4 SIM slots. How many SIM cards can be used simultaneously? Peplink's Max series routers have in most occasions redundant SIM slots, where one SIM slot does not equal one modem. You can find this information in the datasheets or the Max comparison. The HD stands for heavy duty and the number represents the amount of modems, so HD2. If you have a customer who would like to have 4 active SIM cards, an HD4 MBX with 4 active SIM cards could be a good option. Again, HD stands for heavy duty and 4 represents the amount of modems, so answer B would be the correct one. Question 2. Referring to the broadcasting case study in Germany on the Peplink website, the mobile broadcasting studio would like to conveniently upgrade their current network with 5G. What solution would you recommend? So to rephrase this question and get the keywords the customer is looking for an upgrade to 5G. Conveniently upgrade and 5G are your keywords. Answer C, balanced 380 and 2500. This answer is incorrect because the balanced 380 and 2500 don't have integrated 5G modems. You can find this in the datasheet. Answer B, replacing the HD2 and HD4 with routers that have less modems and less convenient upgrades. To answer A, adding a max adapter is the easiest way to upgrade 5G with existing setup. Before finally answering this question, I recommend to double check the WAN options for the HD2 and HD4 devices. Question 3. An enterprise with an established network management system wants to add a capture portal to their network for guests to use. Which approach would fit this scenario best? This is a deployment strategy question, and you need to know what the customer would like to achieve. The customer would like to add the capture portal to their network. So looking at the options given, sidecar approach is more like a backup or a secondary solution. Full network gateway approach is a full network-wide change. Therefore, adding a feature like capture portal into an existing network is an inline approach, as the current setup keeps for the majority the same structure. So let's start with the most difficult questions and how to answer them. Question 1. Referring to the Subaru Motorsports case study, although designed for transport deployments, Subaru uses a transit router for its broadcasts and live streams. So what makes this transit useful for this application? Again, like the other questions, first find the keywords. In this case, features, transit, referring to the transit duo in this case study. So again, like the previous part, question 1, with the amount of SIM cards in HD2 MBX, the transit has 2 active and 2 redundant SIM slots, and only 1 Ethernet WAN port. Looking at the statistics and pictures of the datasheet, there is also no mention of any USB WAN ports. In that same datasheet, you can see that the transit duo has options to be powered through micro USB ports. So answer C is the correct answer. Question 2. An owner of an old HD4 router installed in a mobile vehicle wants to replace the device with a new multicellular 5G router, but keep the current antenna. Which model would you recommend? Again, the keywords are HD4, mobile vehicle, replace or upgrade 5G, multicellular, and keep the antenna setup. To start answering this question, first we need to understand the old antenna setup. The HD4 has 4 modems, and each 4G modem, that is a Cat12 or lower, has 2 antenna connectors. This means that 4 modems times 2 connectors is 8 antennas. The customer would like to go for multicellular 5G router. Answer A, the Balance 310 5G is a multicellular router but only offers 1 5G modem and 1 4G modem, therefore not 100% compliant with the customer. Answer C, the HD1 Dome Pro offers you 1-time 5G modem and changes your antenna layout. Answer B, looking at the MBX Mini datasheet, it has dual cellular 5G modem with every 5G modem having 4 antenna connectors. With 2 modems that is 8 antennas, and therefore you don't need to change the antenna layout. Question 3. A financial institution recently experienced a network outage. They are looking for a new approach with a backup failover option, in case a network outage occurs again. Which approach fits best this scenario? Again, this is another deployment strategy question, and you need to know what the customer would like to achieve. The customer would like to create a backup network for failover to their network, so is looking at options given. Answer C, full network gateway approach, is a full network-wide change, and this will replace the current setup completely. Answer B, the inline approach is adding a feature into an existing network, as the current setup keeps for the majority the same. So answer A, the sidecar approach is adding a second feature, in this case a secondary or a backup solution, to the existing network, operating them side by side and not interfere with the existing network. Next up, sample questions. Yes, okay. So we got today a few sample questions for you, and you can answer those questions in the chat. We'll give you a few seconds to put the answer in, and then I will explain why this question and why this answer is the correct answer. So let's start with the first question. So when smoothing is one of the features of SpeedFusion, when enabled, the peppling device duplicates and sends redundant packages across multiple WANs to make up for the packet loss and minimize latency. So for what applications would this technology be useful for? So put the answers in the chat, and we'll wait for a few seconds. And try to help with the keywords and try to understand the question, because it's a very long question, so it's really reasonable to okay, so I see a lot of questions already. That's good. Everybody's very fast. Let's see what the answer is. All right, answer B. I think most of you all got it right. So the reason why answer B and going over the keywords, WAN smoothing, SpeedFusion, and enabled applications. So the keywords here tell you in this very long question what the most important things is. And WAN smoothing is of course a feature of SpeedFusion that allows you to minimize packet loss, minimize latency. Therefore, it's really useful during VoIP, video stream, Zoom, and team calls to have that live stream going really, really good. All right, let's go to the next question. If 3 cellular links are required for your network, which model would you choose? So again, looking at the question and looking at those keywords, you have 3 cellulars and required. So the customers is requiring you to have like 3 cellular links. He wants that. That's his goal. And how does he want to achieve that? He wants to have them both active at the same time. So look at it really good and see what the answers are. All right, see what the answer is. Okay, yes, Very good. So the BR1 Mini has one SIM card active. BR stands for business ready. And the one stands for one modem active. So one modem will be active at the same time. The BR1 Mini has dual SIM, so you can place two SIM cards in it. The HD2 Dome has HD stands for heavy duty, and the 2 stands for two modems. So this will have 4 SIM cards, but you only have 2 active at the same time. So this will not be viable for the customer. So the only option is the Max HD4. Even though there are 4 cellular modems, you can still use 3 links. There's only 2 dual or quad modem for the Max series. If you really want to only use a 3 modem, but this is not the answer given, you can also go for the SDX with a triple 4G modem. All right, let's go to the next question. So a private yacht uses VSAT connectivity as its main link. Due to limited bandwidth, the owner wants to adopt 5G connectivity when the vessel is by the coast, but still retain VSAT connectivity when sailing away from the shore. Which model would be best for this network? Right, go ahead, type in the questions, find those keywords. Let's see if you can get it 100% score today. That would be great. All right, seeing a few questions coming in. All right, let's see what the answer is. Answer A. Well done to everybody. So again, looking at the keywords, VSAT, 5G, adopt and retain VSAT. Those are the keywords you want to take out from this very long question again. And the given answers, the Balance 310, for example, doesn't have an integrated 5G network. You can find this in the data sheet or on the Balance Comparison on the Peplink website. The Max adapter, as well, looking at the data sheet and on the comparison, the Max adapter 5G doesn't have a WAN port. So you still want to use that VSAT connectivity, you need a WAN port. Therefore, answer A is the correct answer. So let's go to the next question. It seems that this one is very easy. We're going to make it very easy for you guys today. But again, I'm going to explain this one then. For the tourism and hospitality industry, guest Wi-Fi is often a basic expectation. Which of the following Peplink solutions addresses this pain point? So looking at this and also looking back to the deployment scenarios, you want to integrate something and you want to keep the current network. So in this case, you want to know the keywords, and that's tourism and hospitality and guest Wi-Fi. So guest Wi-Fi is really important in those industries. And Peplink routers support guest networks via captive portals. And this allows you as well to advertisement and data collections from those devices. So even though bandwidth bonding provides an affordable high-speed connection via multiple multicellular routers, this is guest Wi-Fi we're speaking about. So they want to give a little bit of simple and easy to manage controller. So captive portal is the best way to do that. And answer A, Peplink's infrastructure provides device for all requirements at different price points. That is correct, but it is not going to help for this specific industry, because this question is for this specific industry. And a guest Wi-Fi is designed, and the captive portal is designed to help, especially for the tourism and hospitality industry. It can be used in many more scenarios, but one of those key industries for captive portal is the tourism and hospitality industry. And you can find this in the captive portal information page on the website as well. All right, so let's go to the next and last question. Okay, so users can access different Peplink platforms after creating a Peplink ID with their email address. But instead of remembering a new password, Peplink offers possible alternatives to continue the login process. Which of the following is an alternative? All right, let's see if you know this one. This is a tough one. All right, see some answers incoming. Let's see who can retain that 100% score. I'm wondering how many people now go into the Peplink ID page and looking up. So the answer is A. Well, very well done. I do all see very good answers. Really impressed. So yeah, this one, you can log in with your Apple account as well. If you go to the Peplink ID website, or you go to any Peplink website like the forum or In Control or SpeedFusion Connect services, you can see that you can find the Apple logo and you can log in with your Apple account as well. Yes, so for Facebook and LinkedIn, there's no login possible. There might also be different login possibilities, but those are not mentioned in the question or in the answers. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. So those are the sample questions. That's it for this presentation. So if you have some answers or some questions, I can answer them in the Q&A. Okay. What will be the percentage to pass the exam? And I can retry the exam.
For PCSS, I think is 80%. Yeah, for
70%.
PCE, yeah.
70%. Okay. Is there still a cost for the exam? Cassie, do you know the answer for this one?
Okay, so for the PCS exam, if you do not, you have not yet tested for this, so you can go to, just like what the slide in the beginning of the slide saying, that going to the training.peplink.com. So the PCSS has 5 modules, and then you can just take the modules one by one when you have time. In case you fail either one of the program, you still don't worry about this, because if you do not get a passing mark in module 2, for example, we check for the overall marks. So if the overall you get over 80%, then there should be no problem. You do not need to retake the exam. You can also get the cert if you can. For example, other modules you got the full marks, only one modules you cannot take it, and if the FH can pass it, and then no problem. But in case you want to retake the exam, please feel free to send an email to marketing@peplink.com saying that, or certification@peplink.com. So we will gain you an extra retry on the exam. So there will be no problem. And for the cost, actually, if you join this webinar, if you know about this, that you can, if you are our partners, then you can also send email to us. We will waive your cost for any retakes or for any things that you want to join again. Yeah.
Yes.
So the
okay.
The best way for partner to sign up to take the test, actually, you just, as said, just go to the training.peplink.com, then should be no problem. Yeah.
Yes.
We have some promotion is actually in the previously the training.peplink.com actually have only two exam certification modules in the landing page. But let's see if my teammate can share the screen for the new current training portal, so that you will see currently not only have the 2 exam listed there, but we also have listed out all many verticals information there. If we click to any verticals, and then you will see a lot of well-organized materials. Yeah, so you can see that the landing page, once you log in, just like the questions, you can log in with Peplink ID or with your Apple or with your Google Gmail account. So once you check inside, and then you can see the top Starlink, 5G, and teleoperation are the trending vertical market. And also, if you want to study individual one, just let's see if we click on maritime. Then you will see the solution page, our white paper, the vertical notes, case study, and we have another specific MPCE and suggested model from information like this. So these are the latest we update the platform, so that the partners or end user even can just go to here and then try to find out the materials easily. Yep.
Yes.
And
okay. Is there always one possible answer in a multiple choice, or sometimes more than one? That's a very good question, actually.
For PCE, actually, we still have the multi answers way to choose. So when we ask the questions, then it does not specify how many correct or how many wrong answers there. And people will think that this is too difficult. But the PCSS for the sales engineering, we found that maybe we want to, mainly we changed the focus. We are not testing of picking the all correct answer. But in PCSS, we only got one single correct answer in the multiple choice questions. This is what we want to more concentrate on the key message for the PCSS. So PCE, yes, there will be multiple choice answer for the multi-MC questions. But for PCSS, no, you just got one single correct answer. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that changed. Okay, sorry. I must have not got the. I was thinking I don't have those answers or those answer possibilities in my test, but then yeah, because there's of course a cycle of a lot of questions, and that is very, very nice. I got one more question. What would be the best way to a partner to sign up and to take the test? Well, I think you just go to training.peplink.com, create, if you not have it yet, create a Peplink ID, and you can also find again those Apple logo, for example, and I believe Gmail as well. So if you don't want to have a new password, you can log in with that as well. But also, if you struggling with the questions or you have failed the first try, don't hesitate to reach out to one of the trainers on the Peplink website. Like me, there are more people around that can help you out. And also just go to your people that deliver the Peplink if you really want to get a training, and there's always somebody to help. This community is very, very helpful, I believe. So so how many times you can take the test? There is a lot of possibilities. Like Cassie already said, you can go to send an email to marketing if you failed, and we can make some changes to it. But in general, it's every 2 months or 3 months. Correct me if I'm wrong, Cassie, but that's how much time it takes to get a new try for your exam.
So I think, thank you very much for Joey to explain the questions to us. And then I think he shared a very important skills is for the questions, look at the keywords and then search for the related information from Peplink website or from our training materials. This exam actually is not difficult, but maybe sometimes just maybe you go through the questions, maybe click the answer very too quickly. And so if you have any mistakes on the questions, no worry. If you can try to retry and then send an email to us, and then we will try to reset it for you. So the exam itself actually is just want the partners to have better understanding of Peplink differentiations and our basic product knowledge. So anything you want to go deeper, then yes, as Joey said, go to our peplink.com and then the training tab to see what others PCSS trainer is nearby to you, and then contact them, and then yeah, we will try to help. So thanks for your time, for everyone times today. If you still have any questions, please feel free to, or any webinar that you want to listen or you want to study more, and then let us know. We will send out the survey after this, maybe a couple days, maybe today, tomorrow, or beginning of next week. So any feedback, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us today. Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Joey. Yeah.
All right. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.